Good evening. This is Dr. Nabajit Talukdar. I am an interventional cardiologist and electrophysiologist currently working with Batra Hospital and Medical Research Center in south of Delhi. As you know that it is Corona time, the second week, but it is also the World Hypertension Day, and so we meet virtually over the air. Well, blood pressure these days can be measured very easily at home. There are baby of instruments available, so we can select any of the instruments available, standardized instrument which is ISI mark, and it is better to check the blood pressure after before checking the blood pressure at least 1 or 2 hours. You should not have any tea, coffee, etc., or not do any strenuous work. You should sit for 5 minutes, and after sitting you can apply the blood pressure cuff or the clip or whatever mechanism you have and record the blood pressure. These days blood pressures are very easy to record. There is no need of stethoscope, etc. We can record by the aneroid and other blood pressure equipments possible. Preferably it is measured in the arms. You can measure in any of the arms. You should see that the cuff size is adequate and there is no gap between the cuff and the thing. The blood pressure cuff should not be very tightly applied or very loosely applied. It should be snugly applied. Yes, blood pressure and heart are intertwiningly related. Like as the blood pressure rises, every 20 millimeter of rise of blood pressure increases. The upper blood pressure or systolic blood pressure increases, stroke risks by 3-fold and heart attack risks by 2.5-fold. So, and also the heart failure rates in longer period of time. Apart from these blood pressure, non-controllable blood pressure will affect your eyes, will affect your entire vascular system, and it will also affect your kidneys. So you have to be reticent and have to be extra cautious in managing the blood pressure. Apart from the usual medicines, adoption of DASH eating plan, moderation of salt intake, avoidance of smoking, mild to moderate grades of exercise, preferably aerobic exercises. These goes a long way in the effective management of hypertension. Concomitantly, the presence of diabetes and other factors also needs to be tackled with. Yes, COVID-19 affects the heart both acutely as well as chronically. Acutely, it can affect the coronaries, causing slow flow. There are cases of MI or myocardial infarctions happening with COVID. Because COVID portends increased thrombogenicity. Although 80% of the thrombus are on the venous side and on the pulmonary circuit, but frank myocardial infarction are also known. Apart from this, the COVID virus and its immunogenic storm and the cytogenic storm will and might affect the heart in a process called myocarditis or COVID myocarditis. COVID myocarditis is almost present in, according to recent papers in autopsy series, in 60 to 70% of the cases. Many of the cases lost are, apart from the pulmonary thrombus and microemboli, are also because of myocarditis and unrecognized heart failures and unrecognized heart attacks. Chronically, yes. Chronically, there may be worsening of the heart failure symptoms if the patient is having heart failure. If the patient is having valvular disease, there can be increased venous formation and increased propensity for thrombus in the valves. So those things in the long term are also important. We have lost COVID patient post-transplant also. Post-transplant, these transplant patients are in precurrence balance, and if they have COVID and if they have increased thrombogenicity, then it is a problem. So COVID poses a multi-pronged problem both in the acute part and the chronic part. No, currently there are no medicines to be avoided. Whatever medicines the patient is already continuing, he has to continue those medicines. It was published way back in last year, 1 year back in NEJM paper by Dr. Sunil. They have clearly showed that discontinuation of antihypertensive drug or this thing is not good in COVID. There was some concern with ACE inhibitors, but over the period of time, it has been proved by multiple trials and scientific data that ACE inhibitors, if the patient is already having, until and unless hyperkalemia is there or overt renal dysfunction is there, if there is no contraindication for ACE inhibitors should continue. Medical test means you have to see the cardiac status. You have to see if there is any new changes in the ECG, if there is any new changes in the QTC interval, if there is any new change in the rate of the heart patients. Many patients do suffer from post-COVID symptoms in the form of tachycardia, and those have to be tackled. The echo has to be done. If the patient is already having a LV dysfunction or some kind of thing, then echo has to be done. The symptom limited or modified Bruce test can be done. TMT test, modified Bruce protocol TMT test can be done to assess the heart status. Provided you have to tease out the pulmonary cause of dyspnea and from the cardiac cause of dyspnea. Some tests like BNP and troponin I are helpful in this, and also ST2, ST3. I just want to say that hypertension is a silent killer. We have to be aware of it, especially in India, because the Indian hypertensives are somewhat different. It is more aggressive here. We suffer from hypertension on an average 10 years earlier than the Western counterparts. In our hypertensive, heartbeats are more. In average world, the heartbeat is 70. In our hypertensive, heartbeat is 80 to 90. Though that portends to a bad thing. In our hypertensive, the evening rise of blood pressure is more as compared to the morning rise. And in our hypertensives, the males and females are equally affected. In our hypertensives, the obstructive sleep apnea proportion of comorbidity is very high, to the order of 70 to 80%. All this data was there in the recently concluded India Heart study. And the second part of the study is still continuing. So, considering that we get suffered from the hypertension at an earlier age and in a more aggressive way, especially in countries like India, where diabetes are also very prevalent, we need to respect the disease and work on carefully. Thank you.